big, juicy, yummy. More updates coming for you your way, friends. Donald Trump might launch another meme coin. This is a post from Randy Boo Nuna. Truth Social meme coin launching in the next 72 hours. Seems like a similar gang to the Trump team. Keep your eyes and I guess your foreskin peeled, he tried to say. Also to shout out my friend Leo Ma. We've got this to contend with now. Yes, we do, sir. So this is very interesting. If Donald Trump is really going to do it. Remember, the Democrats have put in a lot of applications to say, hey, we don't want presidents launching coins. Like, let's go do other stuff out here. And people have been pretty much like, kind of thinking about that. Like, hey, do we really want the Presidente to be launching MemeCoins? This is the Donald Trump token. What I'm going to do is just show you this on what it looks like. The game is very, very PvP, friends. The things launch, spike up, and then you have a lot of people attacking it, pretty much. Attacking it in terms of like try to get their hands in. I wonder if he's going to launch a Truth Social meme coin. Where would it be? Would it be Solana? Probably, if he did that. You can decide what you want to do, friends. Just really be careful, man. It's all totally PvP with these. You know how it ends, right? When Donald Trump launched in January, we were kind of at the back of an Ethereum $4,000 price. So there's a lot of like upswing room to get trapped. But now we got like dog poop prices right now. So it's a different type of environment where like we don't have that spark yet. But you can do what you want, friends. It's just interesting to think about if this does play out. The MemeCoin SuperCycle and the stablecoin SuperCycle. So my friend Victor showing you, look at all these coins, friends, that are up heaps from the low. You have Peanut, Dog We've Had, 320%. Mog, that's right, Mog. And as well, friends, Mog on PulseChain is also going to get cranked. We're going to go check it out soon. Look at these Goat Fart Coin, 500%, 500%. Moodang, the Hippo. So it's kind of actually funny to see all these happening. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring up Mog on PulseChain. It's actually, man, it's such a catchy freaking cracker coin. It's only like 600k market cap. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Just comes all the way back. 97%, ready to go. This is the pulse ratio. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, that's pretty much it, friends. These things are hyper volatile, bro. These are like a super hyper volatile. Comes down, hits 93%. Yeah, still 80% down. Man, like these things are big potential, friends. Remember, why is it MemeCoin SuperCycle and stablecoin SuperCycle? Well, is it just because your friend Sommi said so? Maybe. It could also be they're easy to understand. Just like my Peg Nipples are easy to understand. Meme coins, okay, they're the ultra long part of the risk curve. Everyone knows meme coins. You're building communities. They're fun, speculation, bull market speculation vehicles. I call it BMSVs, okay? What about the stable coins? Stable coins, you don't have much to punt on. You've got Maker Governance Token. Maker Governance Token's are ass, but you do have that. It's probably going to go up, probably going to do okay. You can buy in that Athena, ENA. Problem is they've got a lot of tokens given to like Arthur Gaze and a lot of these other VCs and stuff out here, right? So you don't have many options for stable coins. There is one that stands out to me, okay? And her name, or his name, depending on the day, is pDAI. If you're punting on a stable coin, bro, it's not even close. This is the unicorn of all unicorns, if this works out. This is a 670x if it got to $1. No cry in the casino. Lottery ticket can go to zero. Again, it already did go to zero, by the way. It literally pretty much went to zero. Okay, look at this. Yeah, you remember this? You remember this? I mean, look, it's still here. Yeah, pretty much went to zero. Okay, so it can go to zero again. All right? But yeah, nothing else has the upside like this. Not even close. Will it fulfill the destiny? I don't know. Remember as well, even if you're a trader, mercenary, friends, you don't even need pDAI to get $1, dude. It is so freaking cheap. It's not funny. The pDAI pulse ratio is at 42. If this thing just got back to 380, that is a 7x versus pulse. So if pulse from here does like 10x and this will do 7 times that, that's 7 times 10, you get 70. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you like where would a theoretical 70x put pDAI. This is the pDAI USD chart. All right. And by the way, you didn't have anything to do with the pegging or anything. Where would a 70x take us, friends? It would be, there you go, about 12, 11 cents. Pretty handsome reward, right? That's got nothing to do with the dollar. No pegging, no collateral. You don't even need to go far down the rabbit hole. But it's just interesting to see meme coins reversing out here. I've got a secret to tell you. Maybe I don't have a secret. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Am I wearing pants? Yes, I am. Only in Euphoria, I'll take them off. I've got another secret. See this logo I always showed you? Look closer. It's the PulseChain logo. What if I told you that the PulseChain logo depicts a stablecoin experiencing volatility and then settling back to $1? What if I told you that? What would you think? This is when the collateral goes really low. People have to buy this stablecoin to pay back their loans. Then this depegs momentarily because of volatility. Then it comes back up, back to $1. What if I told you that? Would it change your opinion on anything? Makes you think. Interesting. Very interesting. My friend, Decentralized Mind. Richard Hart got the idea of forking MakerDAO on a stream in 2020 when PulseChain was already a project. What I don't know is when the PulseChain logo went out. It's healthy to dream. Yes, it is, my friend. Dreams only. Yeah, they are dreams only. And that's true, by the way. Someone asked him, I remember in that stream, there's a clip where he's like, it's Richard, it's kind of funny because he basically implies that he's been sitting in like just hours and hours of like useless, low brain mush, mashed potato thoughts of the crowd of just like absolutely useless trash comments, and like just one comment comes out and says, what do you think about, using Hex as collateral to fork it and like, do MakerDAO DeFi stuff pretty much? And he's like, well. He goes, well, thank you for this great. It's kind of funny to get that clip. If you guys want to post that clip, we posted it many times. It's just, you get the impression that Warlord Richard has literally just been watching people just go blah, 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 for like, 15 episodes in a row, 3 hours a piece. He was like, well, some of you can actually predict stuff. That's what it takes, friends. You listen to 99% of stuff, doesn't go anywhere, right? That one gem, that's all it takes to spark it. I wonder though, it's so interesting, right? The heartbeat. Now, I've got something about that heartbeat, don't I? Binance. My friend CZ, who's now got experience in the penitentiary. Look what they posted. Again, Binance is the unofficial cardiologist since 2017. They have been hinting at so much pDAI. Man, they've been hinting so much PulseChain. Oh my gosh. Like, by the way, friends, Richard Hart has a tweet. He says, does anybody know how to contact CZ in jail? Remember, he made that tweet. I wonder if he did. See, we all thought initially it was to say bad stuff. Just like, oh, no, you went in jail. But no, it's probably like, hey, I can get you a lawyer. I can get you this. Friends, I'm telling you, it's a believer cycle. We might come in a very family-friendly way type of come. We might come to the end of the cycle and we look back at all the paths and people say like, Sommi, how did you do it? How did you do it? And I'll say, look, man, I don't know how the universe got SEC Richard attacked and then CZ goes in jail and then Richard messages CZ in there. And maybe that's when CZ like pays attention. He's like, okay, now I'll check this out. Maybe the guy's not a scammer. Friends, I've got a feeling the universe is doing something like that. And we're like, bro, that came down to the wire. We needed the SEC to go after Richard to get attacked, then to get his Quinn Emanuel lawyers, to pick the right lawyers, to know which ones, the same lawyers as Donald Trump and Elon Musk, then CZ to go in the penitentiary for 4 months, and while he's in there, get the message from Richard Hart, then he was able to take a look. Like, it's wild, man, if it actually plays out like that. But guess what? Dogecoin, friends, imagine you're holding Doge, back in 2015. The founder, what's his name? Billy Marcus, he dumps all his Doge for the Honda Civic, and you're just holding Doge, but it does a 4,000x after that point. Like, you needed Elon Musk to go on his spree, get really popular, get the Tesla, then the money printing, the zombie virus, then Elon Musk discovers Doge. Like, crypto, man, you can't predict this stuff, friends. That's why trying to predict the narrative, good luck, dude. You're just holding it and you believe. You have no chance of predicting the narrative. No chance. Binance, PulseChain, hint again. Remember, a listing of PLS Pulse means everyone wins. Literally everyone. Everyone's bonded to PLS. The PulseX, the pulse ratio starts getting cranked as well because you have all the buy and burn too. Something interesting as well, friends. I want to throw this out here for you. So I'm just doing friendly reminders. Friendly reminder, if you are talking to a fake imposter of Sommi right now, I just do this from time to time. Remember, I'm not organizing any private syndicates to grab everybody's money to invest on your behalf or any of that, okay? Tell your friends and family. We might be in the wrong Telegram. You have to triple check, okay? It's your friend Sommi official, okay? And remember, they have stolen my username. So on Telegram, I'm not at your friend Sommi. That's actually a scammer. I think it's an Indian dude, okay? There's a lot of imposters and fakesters, okay? I don't have any trading calls. I don't have any private groups where I take anyone's money, okay? Don't fall any victims to this, please. Because new people are going to come in. I'm probably going to get more popular. Why? Because the price is going up. And then people are going to make the mistakes to come in. They're going to FOMO in to do stuff. Just be careful. Don't hand any money out. I remember Ansoy, friend. So Ansoy, you know, dog we've had Ansoy. Ansoy, he literally was in his podcast. He said, like, some dude messaged him. He was literally like one conversation away from giving a dude like $300,000 because it's just a random black dude. Actually, he was in a club. Yeah, it was in a club, and like some other random black dude comes up and goes, "Yo, my brother, what's up?" And he got to talking to him, and he's like, "Yo, I've been hooking up with your homeboy." And he's like, you know, Ansoy's like, "Yeah, I got a lot of homeboys. What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, this guy." And Ansoy's like, "Never seen him before." And then the guy's like, "Oh, because I've been talking to him for 9 months. He says he's like, you know, your cousin or related to you. He says like he's the actual cousin. And you know, I'm gonna like invest in a company with him. I was gonna give him like 300 grand. I think he was like about to do it. And Ansel was like, no, dude, I don't know the dude. Crazy, man. So that type of stuff happens. So you just got to be careful, friends. Everyone just uses everyone's likeness out here. So if you need to confirm my identity, remember I can make custom videos, but even don't trust them, bro. It's AI. What are we gonna do when AI figures out how to put pegs on nipples? Right? It'll literally be like the Death Star, the Terminator, all in one. It'd be kind of funny if Terminator, fake imposter Sommi, the fake AI Sommi, imagine you just has like a code word that's like a fail safe to debug it. You just say soy, and he's just like bzz, 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 bzz. It just short circuits him. That'd be funny. Friendly reminder as well, friends. We got a long way to go for altcoins. Oh my god, we got like the longest period of distance to go for altcoins. Not the time-wise, but distance-wise. Others BTC is 14%, 0.14. It first hit there in June 2017. Can you believe that? June 2017, friends. You weren't even born in 2017. Half of you were still virgins. They're still virgins. Wow, 8 years ago. 8 years ago was like an eternity. Right? My gosh. 8 years ago, friends. We hadn't even invented electricity back then. Like 8 years ago, others BTC first hit 14%. It's still 14%. So we've got a long way to go. Where would a critical level be? Well, 40%. 40, that's others BTC hitting 0.40. That's the 2021 highs. All right, around 40. So when we get above there, hopefully it'll be great. Hopefully, and then we can start to think about all the risk and stuff out here. So MemeCoin SuperCycle, Stablecoin SuperCycle, PulseChain, friends. Man, I'm waiting for those listings, bro. That'd be really good. A win for everybody comes if PulseChain goes up and cranks. How high can we go? I'm just going to be brutally honest. I don't know. I hope we do 1000x. You just don't know, right? It could be a lot of wild cards. Remember, it's Richard playing chess here. If he knows all the core coin maxis want to dump, I don't know how he plays that move. What does he do? Okay. Does he do stuff to fake his out? It would be funny. Wouldn't it be funny in 3 months if Richard says goodbye, deletes his Twitter? Your friend Sommi Prophecy. What if he just does that? I'll be like, oh, cool. We're about to pump so hard. But there'll be a dump off for 3 days. And then he pumps it, but he comes back like, let's say, 6 days later. So he pumps it for 3 days, and then he returns. Because people are just going to buy back after he comes back. Think about it, okay? Friends, if someone really respects you, okay, they stay even when you're not there. Because they believe in your ideas. They came from you. You get it? If someone's just there as like a fluff machine, then when you leave, they leave. Yeah, but okay, but what if you're talking about freedom of speech, freedom of movement, right to privacy, a blacklist function, removal of a decentralized native stablecoin? What about all these? Freedom and liberty, delaying gratification, you know, buying dips, not selling dips. You say all this stuff, okay, but if you just walk out of the room, people sell, what's that for? You just create a bunch of people that just, right? They worship you. Yeah, which I guess it's good. Some people like that, but it's not, that's not the real juice. The real juice is to have people who outlast you. Right? Think of all the major religions. Think of Jesus. Think of the great kings and great leaders and Julius Caesar and just, you know, and popes who like, you know, last a long time. Their ideas transcend. They permeate. That's what you want. Like, you're not thinking about that. You're just thinking about, okay, you're working at Amazon factory. You don't want to work for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Looking at brown boxes all day gets boring. You want to look at blue boxes. That's most people, yeah. But when you're a billionaire named Richard Hart, you've been retired for like 20 plus years, and you're like in the $1 trillion area, and you're like sitting at the table next to Donald Trump, sitting at the table next to Elon Musk. They got different stuff that they're competing against, right? It's a different level. So you just got to understand that's the level. They make different decisions on average than you and me. This is the PulseChain PLS price chart. I would love it if I could just do a fib from the high to low and we went to 11x stack price. That'll be juicy. That's about a 30x from today. 30, 60, 90, 100x's. That'll be juicy. That'll be very, very juicy. I wonder if we're going to get listed on one of these exchanges. What do you think? Like, subscribe, bitty button, or catch you soon.